Hello, is it me you're looking for? What's going on, boy? Mike C-Town here. Welcome to the vinyl shit. First off, I want to give hails to whoever got me this incredible shirt, man. Look at this. It just showed up in the mail. I don't know who it was that sent it. I didn't recognize the name on the package, but whoever it was, you're fucking awesome. You know, I assume it's somebody that's watched my videos because, you know, you knew I love King Diamond and you knew I love cats. So, this is the raddest shirt ever, man. So, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's talk about some records. First record I'm gonna show y'all. This is Marduk's Plague Angel. This is a very nice Marduk picture disc. Very scary. Sounds like typical Marduk. Super fast, super aggressive, super satanic sounding black metal. You know, Marduk for me is one of like the most consistent black metal bands in the game. Like this one falls right in line with all their other stuff. Like they don't all sound exactly the same, but they're all pretty similar. This is the first album with the new singer Mortus, who was in Funeral Mist, who was another awesome black metal band. But I don't know, man. I like Legion better. Sue me, whatever. But this record has some awesome, awesome riffs. So if you see this around, I don't know if this is rare. I don't know what it's limited to. I didn't look it up. But if you see this around, you should definitely pick this up because it's great. Next record I'm going to show you. This is Mayhem, Mediolanum, Capta. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But whatever. The shit ain't American. Give a fuck. God, if you don't know who Mayhem is, why are you watching my video? Why am I talking to you? Get your shit together. This is live Mayhem, which this show occurred shortly after the band reformed following Anomias' death. It's really good, but it's a bit drum heavy. So, you know, you can barely hear the guitars. And yeah, you know, black metal is supposed to sound shitty, but I don't really like hearing the drums that much. You know, hearing Hellhammer, you know, prominently is cool because he's such an amazing drummer, but it makes it sound a bit too deep. You know, some more guitars would have been good. But whatever. I mean, this is still a legendary album. Front cover with Maniac, of course, cutting himself like a freak. The back cover, which is, of course, Maniac cutting himself like a freak. Inside is Maniac, Hellhammer, Blasphemer, Necro Butcher. All of them looking tight. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Mayhem, Esoteric Warfare. This is their most recent album. This came out this year. This was also on my best mid-year 2014 list. I think this record is awesome. As I said when I was talking about my my mid-year faves, this is a nice mixture of Ordo Ad Chaos with Grand Declaration. Attila's vocal performance is absolutely sick. This is the first album with T-Lock, who writes some fantastic riffs. It's more death metal-ish, kind of like Grand Declaration was, but it still gives you that darkness and that ugliness and that grossness that black metal does. Look at that, clear with blood splatter vinyl. Nice inserts here too. Nice gatefold here. Notice Hellhammer looking like a Nazi that he wants to be. Whatever. Anyway, fantastic album. If you don't have it, you should go pick it up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Mean Season Grace. This is one of my favorite hardcore albums. This is when hardcore genre was really at its peak. This is some great hardcore with metallic guitar work. Really good metallic guitar work. Also has some nice, like, melodic, emotional edge thanks to the vocals. The vocals are very different than what you'd expect with this type of music. But Mean Season was one of the first 7-inches I got. I don't have it anymore, unfortunately, because I'm an idiot and I sold it years ago. Bleed to Me, and Sea of Hate, I think. But yeah, this is a great record. I found this when I was in Asheville. It's not in the most amazing condition, but you know, you don't really find this very often, so I had to grab it. But for all you hardcore fans out there, if you like Unbroken and you haven't heard Mean Season, hey man, you're fucking up. I'm I'm here to tell you, you're fucking up. Stop fucking up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Moodie fucking Black, Nausea. Well, it's really not Moodie fucking Black, it's just Moodie Black, but I throw the fucking in there because I love this fucking record. I did a review for this. If you haven't watched it, you should. I saw these guys play in Atlanta recently, and Kay actually gave me this record. Unfortunately, I was going to do a concert review on that, but all of the fucking footage got lost, which really, really, really bums me out. But either way, this is a fantastic album. I had a great talk with these guys in the backstage area about the industry, about music in general, the path of their new album. Super awesome dudes, and they make super rad music. Noisy, dark, creepy hip-hop. Real quick, their live performance, impeccable, man. Absolutely impeccable. And talking to them, they're going to be releasing a lyric book. I think he said it's going to be in the form of a coloring book, if I'm not completely nuts. I think that's what he said. But either way, keep a lookout for that, and please go pick this up because it's so incredibly good. If you like Death Grips, you'll like this. If you like clipping, this is better than clipping. Buy this. Next record I'm going to show you, this is my buddy Valentine, Loveless. What is there to say about this album? It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, super awesome, fuzzy feedback guitar, ethereal vocals. Like, this is an album I didn't really care for when I first heard it. Kind of like Sonic Youth. When I got more open-minded about music and I went back and re-listened to this, I found it to be absolutely fantastic. It's not an album for everyone, though. Like, I kind of respect people who don't care for this album. Like, it makes sense. The noisy elements can be a bit hard to take. But I think that aspect is what makes this album completely rule. So, yeah. My buddy Valentine, Loveless. This was kind of the beginning of the whole shoegaze movement. Some might say it was their first album. But I like this album more, and I think this album influenced the genre a bit more than the first album. That's just my opinion. But yeah, great stuff. Next record I'm going to show you. This is The National. This is Alligator. You might remember this album for the Mr. November song, which they used to promote Obama's presidency. That has nothing to do with the music, but it's a nice little tidbit. You know, Obama, you owe these motherfuckers, man. Hey, without the fucking National, Obama, your bitch ass wouldn't even be pregnant. President. Pregnant and a president. Shit, fucking, I don't give a fuck. I need to stop drinking, huh? Fucking up. Awesome record, dark, melancholic indie rock. This is a great record, but I think this band just gets better and better with each release. Like, I like Boxer more than I like this record. I don't have that on vinyl. Boxer. But what I do have is this. This is The National. Trouble Will Find Me. This was on my list of best albums of 2013. This is an overall masterpiece of an album. I absolutely love every single song. Every song is so heavy and like emotional heavy and deep and overall just really well made. I talked more about this album on my 2013 list, so if you haven't watched that, you should. A funny thing is, I bought this record from somebody on Amazon.com, and it turns out that it's 2 copies of the first record. It doesn't have the second record in it. So, by any weird chance, if there's somebody out there that has 2 copies of the second record, let me know, and I will trade you 1 copy of the first record. Anyway, this is the insert. Amazing album. Next record I'm going to show you. This is Nurse with Wound, the Bacteria Magnet. Nurse with Wound has such an extensive catalog that you kind of never know what you're going to get. And like you can get stuff that's insane noise to more like beat-driven type of stuff. But this is one of Stephen Stapleton, his more interesting and listenable albums. It's great sound collages without being like too weird to where you can't, you know, throw this on in the background of like a dinner party with some really rich friends, because I only hang out with the 3.2% because poor people have no swag. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Ofermod, Mysterion, and Anomias. Really fantastic occult black metal from Sweden. I've talked about them before with TM2, which I also have on vinyl. But this is just really well played black metal. Like the perfect level of grossness with that standard black metal vacuum cleaner production. But it's not too ugly or necro sounding for like your average novice black metal fan. They're definitely one of those bands that like I find to be elite in the black metal scene, but I can't really describe exactly what it is that I love so much about them. But yeah, this is a pretty hard to find album. I remember looking it up before, and it's relatively rare. I just don't remember exactly how rare it is, but it comes with this really, really cool booklet. Got all their lyrics inside, all their evil-assed lyrics, like Mysterion te Anomias, cursed to wander with eternal wounds, open for the beast to enter and to possess, a desolate riddle of self-destruction, a sip from the devil's wine. Let me get a sip from the devil's wine right quick, boy. It also comes with this rad poster. I don't know. I may hang this up just because it's so ridiculous. I love it. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Orchid, Chaos is Me. This is an amazing record. Screamo, power violence, hardcore, whatever you want to call it, from the time when that stuff was actually good and actually worth a shit. But this is 20 minutes of incredible fast punk, emo, grind, whatever. That's super tight. It's that classic old school Ebullition sound that I absolutely love. Back when inserts were also worth a shit. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Panopticon on the subject of mortality. I love Panopticon. I don't give a fuck what you want to call it. Musically, it's black metal to me. But the guy behind it, Austin Lunn, he has more of like a punk ethic. This album actually focuses on the whole idea of how short life is. Beautiful playing with some great time changes, some awesome guitar work, incredible drumming. Arguably, this is probably their best record. It's on this gorgeous blue splatter vinyl. Very black metal. Comes with this really nice insert with all their lyrics, and there is Mr. Lunn there. Really cool write-up on what the album is about, which I appreciate, and that's definitely something that you would expect more from like a punk band. Awesome record. You should definitely grab this if Flinger still has copies available. Next record I'm going to show you, this is the Panopticon Vestiges Split. The Panopticon songs on here are cool, but they're not quite as good as their other stuff for me. It's almost like they have more of like a hardcore sound, especially the song Eulogy. Like that sounds like a screamo track with like some black metal elements thrown in there. Like they even cover a Suicide Nation song, which I found that to be pretty interesting. Suicide Nation was an old like metal hardcore band. I don't remember where they were from, but my band actually played one of our last shows with those guys. Real cool dudes. But anyway, Vestiges side is decent screamo-ish black metal too. I haven't heard a full release from those guys. I've been meaning to, but anyway. Front cover, back cover, inside, nothing super special, but good record. This is on like a really cool, I don't know what this is, like a dark green-ish with black speckles on it vinyl. Really nice. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Perfume Genius, Put Your Back Into It. This is one of the most beautiful records I own. Amazing songs that are primarily piano and vocals. Myke Hadrius, if I'm pronouncing that properly, the main guy, is just a really good songwriter. It seems like he wrote this whole album about like all of the lovers he's lost. Like listening to this album every time, like you feel like crying. Like this is music for sad people that would make most people retreat even more into depression. But I love this. You would never call me baby If you knew me true. He's coming to Atlanta, and fuck, man, he's coming the exact same night as King Diamond. And obviously I can't miss King Diamond, but I'm really bummed that I'm going to be missing Perfume Genius. If he's coming to your town on this tour, make sure you get off your ass and go see him, because I saw him at South by Southwest at a church, me and Mr. Fantano and his lovely girlfriend, and they were absolutely amazing, so make sure you check them out. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Pharmakon Abandoned. Definitely one of the best albums to come out in 2013. Incredible power electronics that's just really, really well made. Like she creates songs that are just so visceral while also being extremely interesting to listen to. Like, it's a bit hard to find power electronics that I really dig. Sometimes I like the music, but only for a short period of time, because it's just one big wall of noise and it starts to get boring for me. It doesn't hold my interest, but I think her vocals, her crazy screaming, it really makes the record. Like, is it okay for me to say that I want to have, like, her little dark, noisy babies? Like, I would marry this girl, like, tomorrow if she was vegan. Like maybe even if she weren't vegan, like, she'd just have to gargle or something before we kiss. Like, yeah, I can totally work with that. Comes with this really nice insert of her crotchicles with a bunch of maggots in it. I mean, hey, if she'll let maggots in her crotch, why not? Forget it. That's really vulgar and not very feminist of me, and I'm very sorry. I'm ashamed of being an asshole. But she's really, really, really hot. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Phospherescent Muchacho. Great band. I know I've talked about them before because I have a couple of their other records. I discovered them through my homeboy Scott Stapleton, one of my best friends. I used to watch Matt playing around Athens quite a few times. It wasn't until a bit later when I went back and revisited some of his stuff, I learned just how great his songwriting is. And once Scott became a permanent part of the band, I really became interested. And now it's funny, I'm a huge fan even outside of knowing these guys. Very alt folk, very alt country, but it has some more like interesting lush sounds to it. And if these guys come to your town, man, make sure you go support, because they're really good dudes. They're making really good music, and they're really living this shit, you know? Really beautiful insert here. Matt actually wore that outfit when I saw them here. It was pretty awesome. Nice insert. All the lyrics. Cool stuff. The last record I'm going to show you in this edition of the Vinyl Shit is a fucking gem. Alright? Yes. Piledriver. Metal Inquisition. I got this when I was at South by and I was digging through crates with my man Ryan from Man Bites Dog, and I ran across this album and I was like, holy shit. I remember hearing them on a comp years ago. I don't remember what comp it was though, but it had the song Metal Inquisition on it. With the Metal Inquisition, we sentence you to death by guillotine. By guillotine. Clearly by those lyrics you can see why I sought this record out. Like, if you're a fan of like Onslaught, Nasty Savage, the band Satan, just old school thrash heavy metal, then you should get this album because it's so fucking awesome, man. Great playing with some really, really, really funny songs. If you're not a metalhead, you might as well be dead! Seriously. That cover's so good. This motherfucker in this like weird like S&M bondage outfit stomping on some metal dude. Like he was, I don't know, man. Look at the back. It's so stupid. Oh my god. Like Rob Halford was probably totally getting a huge chub when he was fucking seeing this shit, man. Like, seriously, this dude is ridiculous, but it's so awesome. Like it's not ridiculous in a stupid way. It's ridiculous in an awesome old school heavy metal way that I love. Like that's what I love about heavy metals. They just don't give a fuck. Like this dude probably still dresses like this today because his band's still around. They're under a different name. the something Piledriver. I can't remember. The Exalted Piledriver, I think. But they're still putting out records, and they're still good records. So, yeah. And that's it for this edition of the Vinyl Shit. Thanks for watching. Once again, shout out Team Print Shop for this shirt. I wish I knew who it was exactly that sent this to me. If it was you, please get in touch, because I'd really like to say thank you in a more professional way, I guess. Anyway, you know how we do in this motherfucking streets. Thank you for living. Thank you for loving. Thank you for being you. Ah! It's my Mariah Carey type shit. Yeah, I need to stop drinking. I will see you guys next time. Aight. Peace, bitches. The king loves king.